that's almost like a disease that keeps repeating itself. What will people say? What will people think? What will people do if I do this? What will people think if I do this? What will people say if I wear this? What will people do if I quit my job? How will everyone react? And all of a sudden, we're all limited by it. But here's the interesting thing, the science actually backs it up. One study found that our brains are literally wired to react to social rejection the same as physical injury. Which means being left out of the group chat is the same as breaking your leg. Right? Literally. If you've ever been left out of the group chat, and if you're not laughing, you're that person. Right? If you're left out of the group chat, that is you. And your friends are thinking of you right now. When you get left out of the group chat, it feels like you sprained your ankle. Right? That's what it actually feels like internally. It feels like heartbreak. It feels like a physical challenge. And they even went further. Another study found that the fear of being judged lights up the same part of the brain as when you're in actual danger. Which is why when you're the maid of honor at your friend's wedding and you're asked to give a toast or a speech, it feels like you're being chased by a tiger, right? Because that's how the brain works. So social inclusion, wanting to fit in, wanting to have people like us, is so normal and natural. But the reality is, you will be misunderstood. The reality is, you will be misinterpreted. The reality is, we're not for everyone. And I'll tell you a secret, the truth is, despite all of this, I still overthink, overcare, overcompensate. I still do all of it myself as well. But I've found ways to deal with it and solve it that I want to share with you. What I've realized is that it's not what people think of me, it's what I think they think of me. You've never heard me say this before, but it truly is what so much of my work is based on. A beautiful statement in 1902 by Charles Walter Cooley, where he said, "The challenge today is, I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am." Is that very mindful? Right? He said in 1902, the challenge today is, I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. Let me break that down. Which means we live in a perception of ourselves. Which means, if I think you think I'm smart, I feel smart. But if I think you think I'm weak, I feel weak. We let what we think others think of us define our reality. Now I'm going to try something with all of you tonight. If you're up for it. Everyone up for it? So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I want you to stand up if it sounds like you. So, the first question I'm going to ask is, stand up if you've ever been worried so much about what people think about your appearance. Stand up if that applies to you.
I don't stand up for
Any brave people want to share? Raise your hand if you want to share what you may have learned in the past. Any brave people with their hands up? There we go. What's up, man? How you doing? What's your name?
Where did he go? I don't see him.
What are you worried about people's perception of your appearance?
I'm kind of balding, and I just feel like what people think of me.
Thank you for being so brave and going first. It doesn't matter whether you're born you're the bravest person I know.
It's very
That's beautiful, man. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for going first. I think it's really glorious. Anyone else in this chair? Coming around, yes. Hey, what's going on? And what are you worried about?
Well, I'm very tall, and people let me know and remind me every day that I'm tall. No. And I ended up marrying the love of my life.
read an email or a text multiple times before sending it?
I spell shit incorrectly.
Stay standing if you've ever worried so much about what people think that you pretended to agree with them to avoid conflict.
Big families, anyone with big family.
I feel like he's actually wanting us to go.
And that's the most important one. This is the most important one. Only stay standing if you genuinely, when you walk into a room, you can't stop thinking about what people might be thinking. If you carry that around, at work, at home, in places, if you really struggle with that, stay standing, be honest.
We like sometimes.
Where, when, how.
Probably don't have too much. Oh my god, look at her. She's all dressed up. She probably thinks she's better than other people. Yeah, probably.
The feeling of being too much.
Yeah, or of other people thinking that I'm too much.
And that can be really hard. Because if you're walking through a space and you're constantly thinking, well, they might think I'm too much, in some weird way it almost makes us feel not enough either. Right? It kind of becomes this deep underlying feeling of like I don't belong. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause. What's your name? What's your name? Atian, am I saying that right? Amazing, Atian. What do you often worry that people think of you when you walk into a room?
Okay, it's really hard to say. My mom always people, but she's trying to say it. She hasn't figured out the right yet. Just also on the things.
But I want to tell you that no one's figured out their life in 26. What else do you worry about people think?
Mostly just like I haven't figured out my life.
You got time?
I don't think I do.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the brave people still standing. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Hey, what's your name? Manpreet, nice to meet you. I love you.
And second of all, I think I'm very short. I've been the same height since I was a child. And my laugh is loud. I take up a lot of space in rooms. I talk a lot. There's a lot. And I hold a lot of space for other people in my career. And sometimes it's hard to separate the two and almost want to make myself small in my personal life.
You have to say there were 3 words you used to describe the negative things you think people think of you. What would you say those are the 3 words? When you walk into a room?
Awesome.
Loud. Oh, I cry.
I know that people cry hard. You're just like, no.
And
Manpreet, would you have tried something? Would you?
You are fair.